right, we are 10 seconds away from cracking our pack. This is a 64-player draft. You 3-0, you make the second draft. You 6-0, you make the draft on Sunday. You 3-0 that, you make Cube Worlds. All right, let's go. Hoping for some good action here. And what do we got? I hope it's a Lurrus. Or a piece of power would be nice. I wouldn't turn that down. Soul Ring. Oh, there we go. We are getting started right. All right. Whew, you love to see that. Okay, so first of all, who am I playing? Oh, Salvado's in my draft, but I don't play him until the finals. So, all right. So I'm going to take Soul Ring and then pass Vamp, Pyrogoyf, Fatal Push, Duelist, Baleful Strix, Metamorph, some Elves. Yeah, maybe I'll get a land back. Maybe we get an Unearth back. Who knows? I'm going to take a Soul Ring. And obviously, part of the reason this is so busted is it can go any direction. So, could be an artifact deck. Could be red-green beats. Could be white weenie. I mean, whatever. We'll see. We'll see what we see. Oh, there's an Emrakul. Pretty sure I'm just supposed to take that. Emrakul is the best card in the pack. The second best, I think, is Ignoble Hierarch. There is a Taiga. You know, taking Ignoble, try to wheel Taiga could be good. Taiga's not going to wheel. This pack's not that strong. Like, the pack falls off pretty quickly after. I just think early on, taking Emrakul's good. If you see Channel, if you see Sneak, any of those things, I don't think it's Ignoble's good enough to take right there. And maybe Emrakul doesn't work out, but I just don't think I think Emrakul's a lot less replaceable and leads to a lot more powerful decks than Ignoble, though Ignoble is very good, so I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up regretting the pick I made, but I still think I would make that pick pretty much every time that same way. I just don't think Ignoble's good enough to pass up an Emrakul, but we still got ourselves a lot of different ways we can go here. Whew, all right. This pack has Mana Leak, Fracture Identity, and Parallax Wave. I don't think any other card is really worth considering here. So if I take Parallax Wave, I'm kind of abandoning the Emrakul, which is fine. It's not like that's a guarantee that I have to try to play that card. Parallax Wave, I think, is the best card in this pack. It is better than Mana Leak. If I take Mana Leak, it still fits in nicely with Emrakul. I also think Soul Ring is at its best in white decks, better than in blue decks. So I think I'm going to take Parallax Wave here. But this is just one of those spots in draft where, like, I don't know what was the right pick there. And if the next pack here has a Sneak Attack, I'll wish I took the Mana Leak. If the next pack here has, like, you know, a Path to Exile or something like that, you know, a Phalia, then I guess I'll be happy I took Parallax Wave. So we'll have to just hope that the route that we're going down is the more open one. The funny thing is, this kind of doesn't help in either direction. There's a Tundra here, which is a good card. There's an Oust and an Unexpectedly Absent, so two good white spells for sure. There's Pest Infestation is, I think, the best card in this pack, but obviously it doesn't really fit with any of these cards. It could fit in a Parallax Wave deck as just white-green. There's also Relic of Sauron. I don't think that's worth taking, though. It is nice with Soul Ring. I think I'm going to take Pest Infestation. I'm just going to continue taking the best card. I think that passing up on one of Oust or Absent isn't that big of a deal, and I just think Pest Infestation is very, very good. So could be white-green. White-green can use Soul Ring really well. That's one of the reasons I like taking Parallax Wave is Soul Ring is really good in those kinds of decks. Here there's an Esper Sentinel, a Mishra's Bauble, I guess a Knight of the Reliquary, a Godless Shrine, a Dark Confidant, and a Eureka. I think Esper Sentinel is a bit weak to take here. It's the best white card. I could also just take the Bauble, which is kind of like deferring the pick, because Bauble's a fine card, but it doesn't really add that much to your deck. This is a challenging draft to navigate. I'm not going to take the Eureka. White-green Emrakul. There is a Knight of the Reliquary, which is a nice card. I could just take Godless Shrine. Taking Godless Shrine seems a little better than taking Dark Confidant. I don't think Esper Sentinel is that strong. All right, let's take Godless Shrine. This has been tough. There just hasn't been a clear direction. Like, I don't know. If I'd taken the Noble, it would have worked out better. Well, I think I might just take Razor Verge here. There's also Time Twister, but that just doesn't fit with any of the cards I have, and I feel like I'm better off just taking a land here. There's also Selfless Spirit, but what if I just take Razor Verge? Two of my best, like I have two really strong cards in Pest Infestation, Parallax Wave. This helps play them both. Godless Shrine fits into this. I could just be like Obzon, good stuff is totally fine deck. So if I take an Ignoble over Emrakul, I guess I probably still take the Parallax Wave, and then I definitely take Pest Infestation. Yeah, that probably goes a little bit better. I would trade this for sure. If I take Mana Leak over Parallax Wave, I'm not seeing a clear sign. Oh, now there's an Asika's Chariot and a Plateau. I think rather than trying to take another color's worth of cards, I think I'm just going to take Chariot. It's great with Soul Ring. I've got two strong green-white cards and a green-white land. There's an Ulamog, but that's not even that like powerful. And Dark Ritual and Ponder don't both seem very close to what I'm doing. All right, I'll take Asika's Chariot. Maybe the Pest Infestation is baiting me down a path here. I don't know. Like I said, this one's a hard one. Oh, now there's an Ancient Tomb and a Questing Beast. Those are both good. And a Glimmerland, so some good support for the things I'm doing. There's also Steam Vents. That's kind of late Steam Vents. I kind of want to take Ancient Tomb because drafting around Soul Ring and Ancient Tomb is all the same cards. I like Questing Beast and all, but I think I'm just going to take another really strong colorless source and this draft a deck that has a lot of two colorless costs in its curve here. I'm putting the Emrakul away for the time being. That one does not seem very likely to make the cut. And here, okay, Strix came back, but and so did Shadowy Backstreet. But I'm kind of actually at this point thinking Scale Lord. Scale Lord with Parallax Wave is really sick. I've got a big creature in Chariot. All right, and I have Soul Ring and Ancient Tomb. I actually think this is a Guardian Scale Lord joint here. And Timeless Dragon also works nicely with both Soul Ring and Ancient Tomb, so I'll take that. It's not a bad creature to have in play before casting your Scale Lord either. All right. So I haven't seen... I don't think any cards that work with Emrakul besides maybe Eureka, which obviously is not the strongest. Oh, now I'm definitely taking Intrepid Adversary over Sword of the Meek here. So I like moving away from that. Blue, I could have had a Mana Leak over Parallax Wave, and I could have had a Ponder over like Razor Verge Thicket. Huh, this is interesting. I don't think I want Vengevine. I don't look like much of a Vengevine deck. Relic of Sorin is pretty strong, but I feel pretty far away from that. I could take Zerda or Mindstone. Honestly, I'll take Zerda. I don't know. Maybe I end up with Basalt. I could end up with like white-green big mana deck, in which case it'd be good. Oh, Knight of the Reliquary. That I will take over Golos, I think. If I end up straight white-green, Knight of the Reliquary I think will be decent. I could have taken the Relic of Sauron. It doesn't look that good in this deck right now. Oh, and I definitely take Ramanop with Knight of the Reliquary because maybe I'll get a Strip Mine. All right. Interesting pack one. I feel like we've settled on at least a direction. And then now there's a Nissa and a Jacked Rabbit that I'm interested in either. There's also Thalia. I'm less interested in that. I think given where we're at, it's finally time. I'm finally going to take the Jacked Rabbit. Not the dream first pick by any stretch, but I actually think it's the best card for me here. It uses all these colorless abilities really well. You put a counter on it is nice. If you can Intrepid Adversary, that's good. Getting their stuff out of the way with Parallax Wave is good. I like Nissa too. I wouldn't mind getting a Nissa back, but I think this one's actually more important. So there we go. I took the Jacked Rabbit. Not, like I said, not a pretty weak opening pack, obviously, but you know, you make do with what you got. And then here, here's definitely take Reprieve, really hope Temple Garden Wheels. Yeah, it's going to be close, but Reprieve is too strong for me to pass up. And, you know, I probably will play some amount of green, but my white is definitely more important here. Ooh, and here I think I just take Containment Priest. Noble's also great, but if I can build a deck that's closer to white weenie than white green, maybe splashes Infestation and Chariot, that'll be great. I only have one white green land so far, and Wheel Once Upon a Time, and I have Parallax Wave. Parallax Wave Containment Priest is sick. If I can pick up Thalia or Flicker Wisp as additional combos, and I did my part by hating this Emrakul. Yeah, I like it. And here, well, here's where I think I take Savannah. This is actually a strong pack. I don't like seeing Lapse, Breach, Iteration, all these good cards going around. Spellseeker. I like Sarah Paragon and all, but Savannah is, I think, strong enough to to make me want to play this, and I've got a good high end already, so let's just take Savannah here, because it also makes Timeless Dragon into white-green, and it makes it so I'm not depending on Temple Garden wheeling as much anymore. So I think Isika's Chariot and Pest Infestation are both good enough that I do want to play them. I don't, at this point, care about Knight of the Reliquary or Ramanop, so I think the Savannah's worth it. I think that's better than trying to take like an off-color card, because, again, Pest Infestation and Chariot are both quite strong in this deck. All right, and here, well, there's Titania. I do really like Titania, but I don't have anything that combos with it, not even a fetch. There's Sowing Mycospawn, which is nice with all the colorless because I can ramp it out and also use the actual kicker. There's Teferi in case I end up with a little blue. There's Spar's Headquarters, which can help me with that blue. Maybe I just take Spar's Headquarters and see which of these green cards, if any, come back. I don't really want Palantir either. I just don't think I want to take a blue card without any fixing when there's a white-green land here. And both of these green cards, like, neither of them look that important to this deck. So I think I'd rather just take that. This pack, I guess maybe I just take Sunfall. There's also Yavimaya, which kind of like negates the Ancient Tomb drawback, but Sunfall's a strong card. I'll pass a bunch of lands and blue and red cards, I guess. And here there's a Survival and a Portable Hole and a Force of Will. Blue was so not open in pack 1. I guess whoever cut it is going to get rewarded here. There's also Satyr Wayfinder, which is kind of nice to fuel Knight and Ramanop if I go down that road. The Vengevine's already gone. Survival gets a little less impressive. Portable Hole is just a pretty good card, so maybe I just take Portable Hole. Because if I end up mono white, then, or near mono white, then I'd rather have that. Like Satyr Wayfinder doesn't look quite as exciting. Oh, and here there's an Othari and a Kaldra Complete. We haven't seen Stoneforge yet. We've seen Plateau. We still could get the proper fixing for Othari. This looks like a pretty good Othari deck. Soul Ring and Ancient Tomb are kind of what you want for that. All right, I'm going to take Othari here. Basically, I'm specking on getting red sources versus specking on getting Stoneforge Mystic. I think I'd rather spec on getting red, but it's close. Oh, Nissa came back. Okay, there's also Talisman of Conviction. Talisman helps me play Othari and is pretty good with Ancient Tomb and Soul Ring. I think I'd rather just take Talisman. I don't think that this is like an amazing Nissa deck. It is nice with Reprieve, I guess. Nissa, Untapped Savannah have Reprieve up, but like right now, if I took out Knight and Ramanop because they don't do anything, then this could just be a white deck splashing Chariot and Pest Infestation and Othari, and I think feel pretty good about that. All right, well, no, we didn't get back the Temple Garden. There's an Underground Mortuary that looks kind of mid. There's a Detective's Phoenix that I don't think I want. I could take Zurinorb in case that Titania wheels and I have Ramanop. Sure, and then if I get Fastbond, maybe I've got Ramanop, Fastbond, Zurinorb. Here, I do like an Orcish Lumberjack. There's a Scrubland or an Endatha Triumph. I don't really know if I want another third black, like a white, another tapped white-green land. There's also a Tarmogoyf that doesn't look all that interesting. Yeah, I guess I'll still take Endatha Triumph. I think a black-white land is not looking all that relevant to me. All right. Sarah Paragon came back. So did Raugrin Triumph, which would help with Othari, but I do like Sarah Paragon. It wheeling is nice. Let's just take, again, another white card here. This deck's okay going into pack 3. I'm not loving it. This was not a great pack for me. Mycospawn came back. Unfortunately, Titania didn't. I think I want Mycospawn over Aven Interrupter. I still could be in the market for Gaia's Cradle. That could definitely be a thing. So, and if I have a Ramanop and a Knight of the Reliquary and a Mycospawn, if I find a Strip Mine, this actually becomes a really good Strip Mine deck too. So I think that keeps options open nicely. The problem I'm suffering from here is that this deck doesn't look that strong. Moxjet definitely helps. Passing a Caracas, my goat, but it's okay. I'll take a Moxjet and then this hand, or this deck. I mean, having Moxjet, Ancient Tomb, Soul Ring, and a bunch of good 4s and 5s is a legit strategy, so Moxjet it is. Let's get in there. All right. At least opening pretty nicely here, I will say that. And then of course the next pick is just all bricks. No, it's okay. I'll take a Giver of Runes. It's fine. No Thopter Foundry for that sword. Oof. Look, all these powerful blue and black cards. Yeah, I'm taking Giver of Runes over Prime Time and Endurance. I think that Giver is going to be good here. Brain Freeze heading the other direction from Underworld Breach. There's a Bomba and a Loris. Is it too late to Loris? I think I'm going to take Bomba. Bomba, I'm going to try to splash red for Othari. This is like a disgusting Bomba deck. I have all these expensive cards. Maybe I'll wheel Stomping Ground or Proving Ground. I don't know. This deck also needs a little more power. Bomba is the way to do that. So I'm happy to take that. All right, that's a pretty good third pick. Mix up a little for the second pick giver. And then here, Urza Saga with double Mox, with like Mox Soul Ring, and then Ancient Tomb as a way to like make it even faster. I'll take that. I would love to get a Flage or these white removal spells, but I'm definitely taking Urza Saga. And this makes me, a lot happier with Myco Spawn. And Knight of the Reliquary and Ramanop could be getting in there. There's Channel for the Emrakul. The problem is I have no way to search for either of them, and neither of them do anything without the other. Like, well, I guess I have Channel Pest Infestation. What else do I have? Channel Emrakul, and none of the other cards on the sideboard do anything. If I got if I got Fast Bond, then I'd have two ways to get infinite mana, because I'd also have Zern or Fast Bond Ramanop. I feel like I should probably just take Elspeth. Elspeth is sick with Jackrabbit, Bombardiers, and just all this acceleration. I should not take Channel as much as I would like to. I'm going to slam Ocelot Pride. The Ocelot Pride is awesome. Okay, now we're getting a little paid off. I do like Walking Ballista too. That'd be another thing to, I guess, channel out, but I'm just going to maintain taking the cheap white cards here. And then this pack, I could take Shadow Spear to go get with Urza Saga, and it's got some applications, good with Elspeth, good with Bomba, kind of nice with Ocelot Pride or Jackrabbit. I could also take Voice. Nah, that always comes back. There's also Wandering Emperor, but I feel like Wandering Emperor is pretty replaceable. And I've got a bunch of 4s. All right, I'm in for Shadow Spear, actually. Oh, there's Fast Bond? Hold on. Should I? Oh, man, and I have... Besides just the, I have Ramanop, Fast Bond, and then Zernorb, but then Urza Saga can also get the Zernorb. Okay, yeah, I think so. It's that or Quasali Pride Mage or Commercial District. Commercial District would be fine, but I'll take the Fast Bond. Put in Ramanop. Ramanop Saga is also not bad, and put in Zernorb. And then here there's Coalition Relic or Lotus Cobra. Or Samwise. This might actually be a Coalition Relic deck, given that I have all these colorless sources and just ways to accelerate it out, and then I'm playing a bunch of colors. Yeah, I think I do kind of like that over Lotus Cobra, Revoker, or Samwise. All right, I think I'm going to go Coalition Relic. Oof, now I kind of wish I took the Channel, since we ended up being a kind of different place. So this is 14 land plus Mox and Soul Ring and Talisman and Coalition Relic. I could probably cut the Sunfall. And this also has, so this is now 15 land plus Mox, Soul Ring, and Timeless Dragon. All right, let's see what else we get, if anything. I guess Dam is like a Wrath. I could hate Thopter Foundry, but I think that's going this. That's going the same direction as the Sword did, but whoever took it. I think I'm more likely that I care about me having a Wrath than anything else. Oh, Stomping Ground is amazing. Okay. I'm going to take that. Makes my deck, my mana just that much better. All right. And here, there is a Prismatic Ending. There's also a Crucible. Crucible would be another backup. All right. I think that's fine. Because I also have Knight of the Reliquary. And then Knight of the Reliquary... Crucible's not bad. This deck would have been able to use Strip Mine really nicely. I need to cut a couple cards here because I just picked up 2 more new cards. Maybe this Coalition Relic is actually not where I want. Oh, Channel came back. I mean, I'll take it. I guess at this point, I've got 2 ways to cast Emrakul. Hold on. This is an interesting build here. All right, I need to cut like a bunch of cards. I guess at this point I could cut Intrepid Adversary. It's good with Ocelot Pride and Jackrabbit though, and Pest Infestation. No, it's probably pretty good. I like most of the things I have over here. Actually, I think Guardian Scalelord probably gets cut. I think Coalition Relic might. No, now that I picked up the Channel, I really can't. I'll cut maybe Talisman. Honestly, maybe I just have to cut Portable Hole or Shadow Spear. Because right now this is 12 land, 13, 14. Basically kind of like 15 land, but I need to cut like multiple cards here. Not really a beatdown deck, but I think Ocelot Pride, Jackrabbit just kind of justify themselves. They're just really strong cards, especially with like Elspeth. I think Talisman can probably go, and so can Shadow Spear. I've got enough stuff to fetch with the Urza Saga. So this is now 14, 17-ish. 17 lands of sorts. I'm doing a lot of carrying on the Urza Saga. I have multiple ways to fetch it. And I could cut Giver of Runes, though I've got some good things to protect. I think the Knight of the Reliquary is good. Maybe the Containment Priest with Parallax Wave I think is too strong to cut. Maybe the Intrepid Adversary is actually the card I'm cutting here. And we're going with this with like, if I play one mountain, I have 2 red cards and I'll have Coalition Relic, Stomping Ground. I didn't get a red-white land to fetch, unfortunately. Oh, the Godless Shrine doesn't do anything. Stomping Ground, Mountain, Coalition Relic, maybe Knight of the Reliquary. This deck, some fetches would have been nice for sure. And then a mix of forests and plains. All right. Time for round 1 here. This deck has the capability for some really good draws. All right, this is actually a solid one. Gonna go turn 1 Giver, maybe Portable Hole something into Coalition Relic, and then the Relic can cast the Broadside. If I draw Soul Ring or Ancient Tomb or Moxjet, this hand pops off. I do like that this deck, I think, takes use of the colorless that I get from all those artifacts fairly nicely. Zernor, what a draw. And I think that that is one of the strengths of the deck. I do think the deck has quite inconsistent, especially mana base wise. Jeez, okay. What are we playing against? Some blue combo of some kind. All right, I don't love that, but we'll see what we can do. Let's see if I can. Well, if I don't draw anything, I don't draw anything. That'll happen too, you know. I don't think I'm supposed to play Zernor. There's just no reason to let like Thieving Skydiver steal something relevant, I feel like. Kind of annoying that they don't play anything on the first 2 turns that I can hit with Portable Hole, because that makes it less likely in the future as well that they have something. But we will find out. And so far I've drawn land and Zernor, which pretty bad 2 set of draws. Yeah, I mean, I'm playing a Fast Bond Zernor Ramanop Crucible deck where I don't have a lot of ways to find the parts, and then I'm playing Emrakul Channel, which likewise, so this deck definitely is kind of inconsistent. After I lose round 1 here, I want to look through the draft and figure out what I could have done differently. Yeah, they got all those. This is just not going to go well. All right. I'm just getting turn 3'd here. In this case, I certainly opening Soul Ring and Mox is great, but I think the biggest probably inflection point would have been when, like, if I took Parallax Wave or not. But the thing is, like, Sarah Paragon wheeled, it got pretty late good white cards. It felt like White Weenie was open. It just, the cards were generally not there. I'm getting Tendrils here. They're gonna Tendrils me. I guess if I had played Zernorb, I could have avoided getting Tendrils to death. Maybe. Oh, they were just playing Jar. Oh, I guess they didn't have enough to do all of it. Okay, well, I'm probably still dead, I would imagine. Because they even have Tendrils in their graveyard, so Brain Freeze, like being immune to Brain Freeze doesn't do much. Their deck looks sick. LED, Rain of Filth, Cabal Ritual, Underworld Breach, Lotus Petal. Yeesh. All right. Not many decks I would have drafted would have done well against just getting killed on turn 3. I can't imagine. I mean, this is already just lethal Tendrils. Would have been lethal even through Zernorb. Vampiric Tutor, Manamorphose, Rite of Flame. All right. Oh, I thought I meant to submit the Timeless Dragon. I think I might have accidentally cut that over to Intrepid Adversary. Either way, Portable Hole doesn't look great to me. I mean, what do I have to side in? Do I have anything? Not really. I guess I'll keep the portable hole, maybe put an Intrepid Adversary because it can attack them. Parallax Wave looks like it doesn't do anything. All right. Let's just turn to Emrakul them twice, huh? This hand at least has outs for a turn 3 Emrakul. I get to go turn 1 Soul Ring, turn 2 Coalition Relic, and then turn 3 I can channel Emrakul if I draw an Emrakul. Tamio. Oh, at least something for portable hole. Nice. So now I get to, even if I don't draw a land, I did, but even if I didn't, Coalition Relic, portable hole, the Tamio. Okay. And then next turn I can play Bomba and attack. That sounds pretty good. If I draw Pest Infestation, I could go hard here. Oh yeah, Pest Infestation would be really nice. Emrakul would obviously just be the best draw. Oh, Jacked Rabbit? Okay. I guess I'll play Channel Jacked Rabbit. How big I want? I mean, I have to worry about tendrils. So maybe I just do it for 5. Because here's the thing. How big do I have to make Jacked Rabbit to attack for lethal next turn with Bomba? Bomba effectively attacks for 7. So I'd have to make a Jacked Rabbit for 11. The downside being if they had a Tendrils kill, they could kill me. But the upside is, so if I make a Jacked Rabbit for X equals 11, this attacks for 12, 14, that's 19. Sorry, that's one short. I have to do it for 12. So if I do that, I'm at 9. If they have to Tendrils me for 5, I think that's worth the risk. All right, let's pass the turn. Obviously, if they deal with the Jackrabbit, that's not good for me either, but what am I going to do here? They might think they have 2 turns. I did it a kind of weirdly specific number, so they might just go for it here, but I'm hoping that this is a setup turn. And then I can just attack for 15. All right. A little Channel Jacked Rabbit. That will be funny if that's what ends up happening. Got to be a decent chance that it works, right? No, they're thinking. Oh, Lotus Petal, Breed. Oh, they have a Mox also. I don't like that. Is this Casting Jar? Oh, nice. Yeah, and then passing. All right. Well, the Reprieve doesn't do anything, though that is a good one to have at some point. Bomba. They can crack Jar in response if they want. All right. Attack for 15. Make 15 rabbits. And Bomba you. So I can Coalition Relic. All right. Well, that's a draw. All right. That's the way you got to get it done, you know. I just kept a hand that had a channel. That's kind of the card I want to see most in my opening hand. Do I want anything else? No. I think we're good. I'm gonna need a better draw than they will to win, but you know what? I'll just have to go for it. Well, I'm gonna mulligan this hand. All right. I guess I can't really mulligan this hand, can I? So this hand goes turn 1 Indotha Triumph, turn 2 Ocelot Pride, turn 3 Bombardiers. I think I just got to mulligan this hand. I've just got to look for Channel Emrakul or something along those lines. I guess I'll keep this hand. And I'll put back Sarah Paragon and Giver. Because at this, at least I can go turn 1 Urza Saga, turn 2 use Saga, turn 3 use Saga. I don't know, it seems fine. I still don't think I'm supposed to play Zern Orb there. They let out a Mountain. It's interesting. They have a Bolt or something. All right. Okay, Pest Infestation, not the worst card against them. It's kind of annoying that I can't get any sort of green or white mana, or red for that matter, off of this Saga. I will need to draw a land eventually, but I don't think I'm supposed to mold a 4 here. Maybe they'll draw slow. This deck was funny. Their deck's much better than mine. I just don't even know what I'm supposed to... where I was supposed to have gone. I'm kind of curious to see if there's any other directions I could have gone. And I mean, there are other directions I could have gone, clearly. I'm curious to see what they would have been over at least the first 8 picks, you know, before the things started to change. Because, I don't know, that was tough. I would have loved to just go into blue, but I didn't think I was supposed to third pick a Mana Leak there. All right, well, they didn't do anything. Plains. Okay. That's something too. Get Soul Ring, land, Zurin Orb, attack for 4. Imagine if I could have had an Oh wait, hold on. No, I won't have the City's Blessing. I could have played Ocelot Pride and gain a life off Zurin Orb, but that would just make a 1/1. It wouldn't make a construct token. So I think I'm just going to play a Jacked Rabbit then. Because if somehow they don't do anything on their next turn, Ocelot Pride plus Zurin Orb plus Jacked Rabbit making some tokens, I'm going to get to make a bunch of tokens. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to die. And that's kind of what I expected, I guess. I assume we're dead here. They're turn 4ing me. I did what I could on a Mold of 5, but it was not enough. Yeah. Maybe the thing is I can't even count on them brain freezing me to death because I've got with Emrakul in my deck, because they just have tendrils in their deck. They'll just brain freeze themselves and tendrils me. So I guess I'll see. I mean, they have to have something here, but I mean, this is one of those spots where obviously, like, had I drafted differently, they wouldn't have had the exact same deck. But let's say I had a different deck and I played against this deck. Their deck looks sick. Like, they're going to have killed me on turns 3 and 4 in both these games. And not many decks are going to beat just dying on those turns. Especially when there's not that much interaction that could have helped. I mean, there's some. Okay, Jace is not flipping here. Interesting. They didn't want to flip Jace. Is there a chance they don't have something? Seems unlikely. They're doing something. I don't know. I guess I assume I'm still dead. Oh, okay. I guess if they don't have Brain Freeze in their deck, I don't know how they combo out from here. There are, of course, ways. Let's see. If they get Tendrils, if they sacked LED in response and got Tendrils, and they cast Tendrils, then they could play LED from their graveyard and then play Tendrils from their graveyard. So that is enough to kill me, I think. Because I'm at 20 with the Zurin Orb, but that's not going to do it. Oh, they already had Tendrils. I'm just so dead here. But I guess we'll see what they do. Let them have their fun, huh? All right, and they tutor for Cabal Ritual. Sure, it doesn't matter. Yeah, there's no way to mess this up. All right, well, that was as close as every one of these matches I've had in the 64. I think I haven't even come close to winning a single game. I know I technically won a game in this match, but like, come on. All right, let's look at this draft. All right. So I opened Soul Ring. First pick Soul Ring, sure. And then from there, let's see. Emrakul. Hold on. So Emrakul versus Ignoble. I don't think you can take Ignoble here. Like, you could, but I don't think that would be right. All right. I guess for the sake of argument, what if we took Emrakul or Ignoble? I really don't think you should take Taiga over Ignoble, and nothing else here is that good. All right, so then that's the next pick, and then here, so had we taken Ignoble, I still would have taken Parallax Wave, I think. It's so much better than all the other cards in the pack. Had we taken Emrakul, I guess the most interesting is, what if we took Mana Leak, right? Third pick, good blue card. All right, let's say we do that. There's also Fractured. And then from there, With Ignoble, Soul Ring, and Parallax Wave, certainly still take Pest Infestation. Had he taken Mana Leak? Let's say we had Emrakul, Mana Leak, Soul Ring. I guess I would have taken Relic of Sauron. The funny thing is we know that actually wield, so maybe Tundra, though Tundra Emrakul doesn't really combine all that well. Had I taken Fractured, of course, I would have just taken Tundra. Then I would have had Tundra, Fractured, Soul Ring, and an Emrakul that doesn't do anything. Okay. I'm not really seeing a great way out of this. Like, I guess in the world where we took Mana Leak, Relic of Sauron, Soul Ring, and Emrakul, we would take Brazen Borrower or Mishra's Bauble here. Maybe just Mishra's Bauble to try to draft an artifact deck like Academy or something. The Noble deck still probably just takes like Godless Shrine here, maybe Dark Confidant, maybe Knight of the Reliquary, I don't know. And then this pack, okay, the artifact deck would have taken Time Twister. That would have been a nice pickup. So we would have had Emrakul, Time Twister, Mana Leak, Mishra's Bauble, Relic of Sauron, Soul Ring. Those would have been our picks. The Noble pick, again, still goes down the same path of taking like Razorverge Thicket. And then Ponder would have been the next pick. And then still probably Ancient Tomb. Okay, I will say, picking up a Time Twister into Ponder into Ancient Tomb, I would have rather had all the blue cards. That would have been better. And then Wheel, probably taken Metamorph. And then probably Saheeli or Sword. And then, I don't know, we'll maybe... Then in pack 2, still didn't really open much. Would have taken like Subtlety. And then from then on it gets different because the cards other people will pass are impacted by what I took in pack 1. And, you know, things get a little trickier. All right, yeah, it would have worked out better to take, I guess the hinge there was the Relic or Mana Leak over Parallax Wave. I don't feel like white was cut this draft based on like if we go to pack 3, like, you know, we opened Mox Jet, of course, and then got past Giver, and then Bombardiers or Luris, and then at some point we pick up like a pretty late Ocelot Pride. Like this was pick 6 Ocelot Pride, so it doesn't feel like white could have been that cut. We just didn't get enough white cards to make like an actual white weenie deck. Green was like, we got some dribbles of green, but it wasn't enough to really build a deck. I don't know. This was a mess. I don't really know how easily I could have avoided it. Taking the Parallax Wave was certainly the thing. I going back to this though, I don't know. I think taking the Emrakul is fine. Mana Leak over Parallax Wave. It feels like more often than not, it's still better to take Parallax Wave there. If you get past a third pick Parallax Wave, that means the 2 people to your right are probably not playing White Weenie. And if you're open to White Weenie starting with Soul Ring Parallax Wave, that sounds great. I think I would do that again. It would have worked out better, I think, to take Mana Leak based on at least pack 1 and presumably packs 2 and 3 would have been different and better because we'd been taking the blue cards. Other people would be less likely to. But I think I would still take this again. So, all right, there it goes. There's one more week of Vintage Cube qualifiers, so I'm going to try to get some feeder tokens this weekend and maybe play, or I guess by the time you watch this, I'll have gotten some feeder tokens, hopefully, because I think I'm going to put this up on Saturday or Sunday. Most likely Sunday is my guess. And I'll try to pick up some feeders and play a couple 64s, but this has been a demoralizing season. I just lose. Like every draft, lose really badly. And definitely I could be drafting and or playing poorly. I think I've been playing fairly well. I mean, obviously not perfect, but no one is. I've been generally happy with my level of play. I feel like the amount I'm losing is greater than the level of play I'm at. The question is my drafting fundamentally flawed? Yeah, maybe. I couldn't tell you with confidence that I know all the answers. Some people would take Mana Leak there and end up with a better deck here. I think it's still probably better to take Parallax Wave, but I could be wrong. And I'll let you reflect on that, I suppose. That'll do it for today. See you next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel and you won't miss a single draft.